Hello, welcome to my newest video. Here I want to talk about my buying process for clothes and shoes. So over the years, I've bought a lot of clothing, and in that process, I've made a lot of mistakes in buying too quickly and not doing my research. So I'm hoping in this video, I can help you be a smarter shopper as well as introduce you to some useful men's fashion resources. Step 1. Find inspiration. Some of you might already have a particular piece in mind to purchase. Others might be looking for inspiration for their next purchase. I find inspiration primarily through the internet, whether that's from Reddit, r/malefashionadvice, r/goodyearwelted, or r/streetwear, as well as Instagram or from pop culture in movies and TV. I'm currently watching The Last Dance, the Michael Jordan documentary, and so I feel inspired, or maybe tempted is a better word, to buy a pair of Air Jordan 1s. Wherever it is, life inspires us to try and buy new things. So let's say you have that item that you want to buy in mind. Step 2, research. I want to help you guys make smarter buying decisions, and so it's going to take a bit of time and research to make that happen. I research clothing and shoes mostly through Reddit, sometimes on styleforum, and even YouTube at times. Occasionally, I DM users on Reddit and Instagram to get another opinion on certain pieces as well. But for the most part, I've broken down my research into 3 main categories. Step 1, category 1 being overall brand research. And so this can include general information on the brand, their customer service, and quality of the products. Brand A might make nice pants, but their tops might be a little lacking. Brand B might make decent stuff, but their customer service can make you hesitant about purchasing from them. Overall, for a good example, Patagonia is a brand known for their environmentally friendly and conscious principles while offering pretty nice customer service, which is an important buying factor for a lot of people. Typically what I do to find out about a brand, I Google brand name Reddit. The same goes for Googling brand name r/malefashionadvice or brand name styleforum. I even go directly to these subreddits and search from there. And so that should give you enough material to read up on these brands. Next up is sizing. This actually might be the most important factor and category in researching brands and clothing. I do most of my shopping online, so it's incredibly helpful for me to read reviews from actual people who have purchased these products before. This is especially helpful for me in purchasing shoes. So the Brannock Device gives you some frame of reference for sizing, but brands often deviate from Brannock sizing. For example, Alden shoes have different fits depending on the last that's used to make the shoe. I'm an 8D or David on the Brannock Device, but often wear a 7.5D for different models of Alden shoes. Another example is Converse. They typically run large, so it's common for people to order an entire size down from their Brannock sizing. Most of the time, you wouldn't know this without doing research on a brand before purchasing. I typically Google Converse sizing Reddit and see what posts pop up from there. There's usually enough content and information in these threads to figure out your sizing. Finally, alternatives. So the best example I can provide for why this research is important involves the SLP Wyatts Chelsea boots. They're beautiful, sleek Chelsea boots that are highly sought after by many. The problem is the price tag. So these boots run over $1,000 and rarely go on sale. This happens pretty often for fashion, so I do some research to find some alternatives to brands with high price tags. Same thing with sizing. I typically Google common projects, alternatives, Reddit, and read the different threads that result from my search. Another helpful resource is the spreadsheet, the best of the best of MFA, Male Fashion Advice. It's a great resource that breaks down almost every article of clothing for men and lists popular and recommended brands for different price points. Here I can see different brands that offer a safari jacket or a suit at different price points. And so after doing all this research, you'll have a good understanding on the piece of clothing or pair of shoes you want, as well as the brands that make them. Step 3, pricing. I'm the type of guy that has to find a deal on everything I buy. I want to be making sure I'm getting a good deal on the things I want. So this is how I set a price and budget for myself for the pieces that I want. I Google, for example, common projects Achilles Low, r/frugal male fashion Reddit, and see what threads come up, as well as searching directly into the subreddit itself. Here you'll find thread after thread listing different retailers that offered sales on the Achilles Low at different points in time. Take note of these prices and figure out what price you're comfortable with buying the product at. For common projects Achilles Low, I say under $270 shipped is a great price for these shoes. Setting prices for yourself helps to save money and to practice patience in buying, which relates to the next step in the buying process. Step 4, the waiting game. You know what you want, you've done your research, now all that's left is to wait for that sale to come up or for that clothing to come back in stock for you to purchase it. The time you spend waiting is perfect for reflecting on how much you actually want this piece. Over time, you might realize that you want something else, putting your priorities elsewhere, or you could confidently decide and commit to buying the product. It all depends. I've had both scenarios above happen to me. The waiting game can go on for days, weeks, even months. A lot can happen in this time. But for those who wait comes step 5, the purchase. Congrats! You've done your waiting, and the pair of shoes or jacket you've been waiting so diligently for is on sale and in stock in your size. Click that checkout button and enjoy your purchase. The coming days waiting for that package might be difficult, even after waiting months for the item to be ready to purchase. But hopefully all the waiting will be worth it once that package appears on your doorstep. And that's it. This is my buying process for clothes and even other products for different areas of my life. I hope that this information has been useful for you and that you've learned some new things about maybe Reddit or the best of the best spreadsheet. So feel free to comment or DM me with any additional questions you might have. So yeah, I'll see you in the next vid.